You know, if you love to eat and if you love food, it's getting really tough to eat nowadays because we have these four different types of people running around. Okay, we got these food Nazis, and these are the people, maybe they're on some current popular diet, and they love running around towing the party line, telling us about how this food is good and this food is bad. And then we get these food know-it-alls. And these are people who spend way too much time on the internet devouring pages of useless nutritional facts. And at any given drop of a hat, they love telling us all this information that they've acquired. We get these food bullies that tell us that if we want this, we have to eat this way. You know, if I want to lose weight, if I want to gain weight, if I want athletic performance, whatever it is. And they just try to bully their way into our eating lives. And the worst of them all are food shamers. And these are people who get their sense of self-worth by making you feel bad about the foods you eat. And we do a disservice to food. You know, we tend to break food down into its energy content, and we break food down into its macronutrients, we break food down into its micronutrients. And we sit there and we haggle with ourselves over whether something's good or something's bad. Food's an inanimate object. Food is meant to be social, and food is meant to be shared. If I meet with someone, we could choose to meet to go see a movie. We could choose to meet to go outside for a walk. We could choose to meet at a coffee house, or we can choose to get something to eat. We could choose to get together and share a plate of nachos. But the key element wasn't the food. The key element was we were going to get together and we were going to be social. We were going to talk. How was your day? What's been happening? And if we choose to eat while we're doing this, food just becomes, well, a social lubricant. So we lose that when we place such a high priority on all the small components that are involved in food. They did a interesting study, and they were trying to figure out like what's the healthiest foods. And so they studied all these different societies over the face of planet Earth. And they found these societies that had low incidence of heart disease or type 2 diabetes, who just lived long, healthy lives. But the one thing that kind of stumbled them was that there was really no common thread in the foods. Some had lots and lots of carbohydrates, some hardly ate any carbohydrates. Some had lots of certain foods, others didn't. And then you always had the French who screw everything up, and they, drink coffee and drink wine and smoke cigarettes and eat chocolate. But they couldn't figure this out. And it took a sociologist to come along and say, all these different communities that you're looking at, for them, eating isn't about the food. Eating is social. Eating is a chance to come together and just talk and engage and be social. And that really is the key to why these societies do so well. It's not the food. It's never been about the food. It's about learning to be social and sharing and caring. We use food to celebrate. We don't celebrate the food. We don't celebrate the pot roast or hamburgers or pizza or ice cream, no matter how good it is. We use food to celebrate other things. We use food to celebrate holidays. We use food to celebrate birthdays. We use food to celebrate anniversaries. We use food to celebrate when two friends come together that haven't seen each other in a while. And that's really where food needs to belong. We need to start kicking back on the food Nazis, the food bullies, the food know-it-alls, and for sure the food shamers. And we just need to get back to where food belongs. It's a social element. It's meant to be celebrated.